Well, happy Father's Day, you fathers out there. I'm Stephen. I wanted to just share a couple of thoughts I have about Father's Day and what it means to be a father. After 45 years of being a father, I've learned a thing or two, and at least for me, it's worked, and some of the things haven't. And I just wanted to share what some of those experiences were, and what I've learned from being a father and a grandfather. Well, first off, sometimes being a father means doing nothing at all except trusting God. It means we don't do anything. We let God do it. And we support our children. We encourage them. We lift them up, but we don't jump in and solve their problems. Sometimes their tough stuff is exactly what they need to do, is go through it. Their tough stuff is part of their lessons. And He's their God, too. And He's going to teach them. But we have to get out of the way sometimes and let Him do it. The worst thing we can do is just jump in and try to fix and solve and make everything better for our children. Sometimes they'll feel a little pain. They'll suffer a little bit. They'll feel the, they'll feel the outcome of the decisions they've made. And it's really hard sometimes to just step back as a dad and watch them go through it. But that's actually sometimes the best thing you can do as a dad. Is just let them learn the way they learn, and let God teach them. And don't get in His way. Don't get in His way. That's probably the worst thing we can do. Let's not take over His role of God. And another thing I wanted to share with young fathers. There's this. I remember when I was a young dad, and we always used to say, "Man, when my kid turns 18, they're on their own, man. They're out of the nest. I'm not taking care of them anymore. When you're 18, your 18th birthday, you're on your own. I've done my part. I've taken care of you for 18 years, and now you're on your own. Go take all I've taught you and make a life." Well, that sounds really great in theory, but that's not the way life really works. Imagine this. Jesus died on the cross. He gave His life for you and me. Rose again 3 days later so that we could have salvation, right? But imagine this now going to God and saying, "Man, God, I'm really struggling. I'm having a tough time here, my finances or my health, my marriage, whatever it is." And God says, "Hey, listen, dude, I died on the cross for you. I did my part. I died on the cross. What more do you want from me, man? They tortured me. I gave up my whole body, my life for you. I laid it down for you. And now you're coming to me because your finances are screwed up. Your health isn't great. Your marriage is a mess. You figure it out, right?" See, that's not the way it works. Once a dad, always a dad. That's the way it is. Jesus loves us, and He showed us how to love our children and our wives. And we lay it down for them. And the day that you have a child to the day you die, you're a father. When they turn 18, believe it or not, problems don't go away. When they get 18 or they get 30, 40 years old, they have things they're going through. That's life. And they need to know, you know what you need to do? Be their rock. Be solid. Be there for them. Hear what they've got to say. Hug on them. Pray for them. Because they will need you when they're over 18 and when they get older and have children of their own. Another thing I've learned is it's easy to talk about how tough we are as dads. And, I'd take a bullet for my wife, or I'd take a bullet for my family. I would do anything for them. Really? Would you bite your tongue for them? Would you keep your mouth shut sometimes and just filter some of the things you're about ready to say? Because if you say it, you're going to cause a lot of damage in your family. That is laying it down for them. Not always the tough guy stuff. Yes, we need to be protectors of our family. I agree. But there's a whole lot more to it than that. And what I've learned is sometimes by just keeping my mouth shut, not saying mean and ugly things or letting my emotions get the best of me, that's laying it down. It's not about the big stuff that we like to talk about, the muscles, the guns, and all that stuff, man. Sometimes the very hardest thing to do is to be soft, tender, and quiet, and just be there to hear them out. Be present with them when they're talking. Listen to your children when they want to tell you a story, instead of being on your cell phone and scrolling and thinking about what you're going to do as soon as they stop talking, or feeling like you're in a hurry. You got such a busy day that they're just that stuff. Just be present with your kids. Present with your kids. Just listen to them. Watch them play. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. The way we teach our kids is through example, not by just telling them things all the time. Telling them and talking to them and giving them all of our wisdom and all these things we've learned, and trying to give them the answers to the quiz, of life, so they don't have to experience all the tough stuff that you've gone through. No, that's really not it. Not it. It's being an example. It's them watching you go through the tough stuff and how you get through it and where you apply your faith. Where are your priorities? How do you solve your own problems? That's where they're learning. Not from what you're telling them, what you're showing them. That's being a father. They will witness your faith without you saying a word. It means a lot to their growth, and how the adults that they become are really about what they see you do. A lot of it. No, not 100%. I get it. Sometimes that's not the case. But what kids want is a solid parent. One that knows how to manage their addictions, how to manage their emotions, how to manage their impulses and their urges, and all of these things. They watch you. Gaming is not a replacement for a parent. A cell phone is not a replacement for a dad. Pushing your kids in front of a screen so it frees you up to do the things that you really want to do, that's not being a father. Sorry, man. That's not what it is. Maybe instead of them staring at the screen, you get in front of them and you guys just have a conversation. Go throw a ball, go for a walk, talk about things, get into their head, find out what's important to them. Hear about their day, man. Their friends, their challenges, and their struggles. You want to know what their challenges are and what their struggles are. I'm 67. My oldest son right now is 45. I have 13 grandchildren. There's a lot going on in my world on any given day. It's quite a mix of personalities and experiences. But today is Father's Day, and I want to share a message of what Father's Day means to me. Some things I could share with you that maybe would help you be a father, a better father. It's a major undertaking to be a dad, and it's a real privilege to be a father, and putting your family first, putting your kids first, loving them more than you love yourself is huge. Be that dad that puts your family ahead of your desires. What you think is really important comes after them. It's after them, man. You're not even second on the totem pole. You're not even third. You're down here. So just get over it, man. If you think that you're up here, and no, you got to lay it down for your family. Lay it down. Be strong. And sometimes being strong means being quiet, being still, and being present, and putting the things that you want to be doing to the side to be there for your kids. I wish you the best. I know you can do it. I just want to share a few thoughts. Hope it helps.